Coming up on an all-new list, these foods will help you sleep better.
It's actually a natural source of melatonin.
Plus, hot new artists for Black Music Month.
We selected 40 artists from all over the globe.
But first, how self-affirmations can improve your health.
I am going to transform myself.
It's your life, it's your list, and it starts right now.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina Guerrero.
And I'm Jimmy Rhodes. And we praise our friends and click like on their social media posts. We even give 5 stars online to pizza joints.
Yes, but how often do we stop and give ourselves the high five we deserve? Not often enough.
Jackie Denker's looking at how upping our self-praise game can yield some serious rewards. That's our featured story at the top of the list.
If you have trouble putting yourself first, self-praise may just be the ticket.
Self-praise often helps you to fast forward the progress of believing in yourself and achieving the confidence and self-worth that you're looking for.
To learn a few ways to give ourselves the props we deserve, we spoke with transformational coach and trauma support specialist Dina Lobo. Starting with, say kinder words to yourself.
Let's be honest, how often do we tell ourselves, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of this promotion, I am fearful to start something that I'm so passionate about, I mess everything up.
She says it's time we reframe our thoughts by saying,
these are the limitations of my past, and they're not holding any meaning in the present.
And practice using I statements.
I am in my healing journey. I am going to transform myself today, and I'm so committed. I am fearless. I am grateful. I deserve this kind of respect because I am so worthy of abundance and happiness.
Next, practice giving yourself praise in the mirror.
As soon as you wake up, I want you to get into this mental state of telling yourself how I want to feel today.
And say it out loud.
Today, I want to feel happy. I want to be playful.
And at night, do the same thing.
I did so well today by just catering to how I was wanting to feel. When you start, you really look into the eyes. How about you start treating her like your friend? And then you start building that connection day after day.
Finally, try practicing praise through art.
Self-praise through art is helping you rediscover a passion because we all have the creative side to ourselves, but most often it is shut down. So all what you need is a canvas, some plastic cups, and some ready-to-pour acrylic paint.
Fill the cup with whatever colors you'd like, flip it onto the canvas, and swirl away. And she says, try and detach from the outcome.
When you look at them, you now know that, hey, I don't have to control everything. I have to let go of my worries because I trust in my abilities and the creative side. And that is wonderful.
Making ourselves a top priority by practicing self-praise is on the top of the list.
Now, we all know that too much caffeine or sugar can make it hard to sleep, but did you know there are foods you can eat to help you get a better night's sleep? Well, we have some health choices to help you be well nourished and well rested.
Sleep. While some of us don't think about it that much, it has a major impact on every aspect of our lives.
If we don't have good sleep, we're not functioning mentally as well as we should be.
But there are a lot of simple things we can do to help, starting with what we eat. We spoke with registered dietitian Ashley Hawk. The first food to eat during the day to help you sleep at night, rolled oats.
They have the amino acid tryptophan in them, but they're a precursor to serotonin and melatonin. So by making sure you're getting enough rolled oats in your diet, you're going to make sure that your body has the building blocks it needs to be creating that tryptophan.
You may have heard of tryptophan around Thanksgiving. All those power-napping relatives are loaded up with it, thanks to turkey.
But we can get it in all sorts of food. So that's why I think oats are so important to keep on hand and maybe have an extra cup of in the evening.
Next up, welcome the Sandman with walnuts.
Walnuts are so important because they have got tons of omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids have actually shown to help increase the amount of time that you're able to sleep each night, and it's also going to help you feel more relaxed.
Ashley recommends eating at least a quarter cup of walnuts in the evening for best results. And let's finish our list of sleep-friendly foods with a drink. tart cherry juice.
It's actually a natural source of melatonin. Melatonin is a neurotransmitter that's naturally released in our bodies, and it makes us feel sleepy.
Since the rest-inducing chemical usually presents itself earlier in the day, drinking a glass later in the evening can restore your body's supply. For a nighttime cookie recipe combining all these ingredients that'll tickle your taste buds and lull you off to dreamland, try out this recipe.
We're gonna get started with our oats. Put them into a blender and pulse them just for about 30 seconds.
Next, add 1/2 cup of almond butter.
We're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of honey and then add in 1 teaspoon of fresh vanilla. We're taking 1 bag of chamomile tea and we're just gonna cut it directly in half so that we're able to get the loose chamomile. And we're gonna go ahead and mix that straight in.
Then blend until it forms a cookie dough consistency. Mix in walnuts and dried cherry bites.
You're gonna bake them at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes until they're nice and golden brown. And from there, you have these delicious almond butter oatmeal cherry bites.
Foods to help you crush your sleep game naturally.
The summer slide sounds fun, but it's not on a playground. It's something many students experience when they go on break and some of the gains they made during the school year evaporate. We have tips for parents to help kids retain all the stuff they've learned.
When the bell rings on the last day before a summer vacation, kids grab their phones and their backpacks, but leave behind a lot of the year's progress.
It could be up to 2 months of reading and 1.5 months of math skills that are lost over the 8 weeks during summer.
Typically, the littlest kids feel the biggest loss. It hits K through 8 the hardest.
You're building your foundation of literacy skills, your numeracy, your mathematical thinking.
Dr. Donna Marie Kozine, author of Happy Teachers, Joyful Students, Engaged Families, shares some ways to help prevent what experts call the summer slide. Let's start with family game nights.
Any game with young children where they have to count is one-to-one correspondence.
Games like Chutes and Ladders and Quirkle are good for younger kids. Monopoly and Rummy Cube work well as they get older.
Battleship talks about coordinates, like on a graph or graphing.
Story Cubes is a game that can help develop reading and storytelling.
Just be creative, have a good time.
Next, staycations and road trips.
There's a rich history around where you are. You say, we're going to stay an hour from home. Where can we go?
This can be an opportunity for the whole family to explore your community.
We went on a staycation and we went to Herkimer. Herkimer is known for mines, right? And there are these Herkimer diamonds, which are crystals.
She used this mine in New York as a chance to talk to her son about geology.
You think this is a good place to hit? And then we would shake it and the rocks would come out. He would tell me what type of rocks they were.
Stopping at historical places during road trips is another chance to sneak in some learning.
It's really about engaging as a family unit, having conversations, spending time together, and having a good time.
Finally, take advantage of everyday activities.
Go out on walks and have conversations about what you see in nature and cause and effect. Why do you think this happened? Those conversations are going to help students with English language arts because it's speaking, it's listening.
And get your kids involved in cooking meals.
You're measuring things out and you're talking about how things come together. Cooking is science, right?
She says this all works better too if you limit the use of electronic devices.
Summer's a great time to unplug and to do things as a family.
We're making those young brains surge instead of slide.
Here's what's coming up on the list. Learn to play the piano with this light-up keyboard.
It'll teach you to play without a teacher.
And how mold in your kitchen can affect your health.
A lot of people will complain of like chronic fatigue or brain fog.
Plus,
I feel like there's nothing in my way.
Listen to new artists on the rise.
It's all different types of genres from Black artists for who we believe are the future of Black music.
That's all next on the list.
Guys, I know you're in the middle of watching, but I just wanted to remind you to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss 1 minute of the list. Okay, now back to the show. Welcome back, friends. All right, we like food in our kitchen, friends in our kitchen, but one thing we don't like in our kitchen is mold. So to keep this uninvited guest out, the first thing you have to do is get rid of things it likes best. Moisture. Here are some tips on how to find it and keep the mold out.
There could be something hiding in your home.
Mold is between 2 and 4 microns in size. It's 25 to 50 times smaller than what the eye can see. And so we tend to just neglect things that we don't really see because they're not on our radar. Mold can impact people so differently. A lot of people will complain of like chronic fatigue or brain fog, skin rashes, skin eczema, gut issues like bloating.
So to help keep you safe, we spoke with author of The Mold Medic, Michael Rubino, to learn where to look for and fight hidden mold in our kitchens. Let's start with the coffee maker.
Every coffee maker has what's called a rubber gasket. What that does is it actually stops and starts the flow of water when you're actually making coffee. So really right around that rubber gasket, you'll tend to find some mold growth.
And
the best cleaning agents to use for mold are going to be a disinfectant. Something that usually soaps up a bit will be helpful because that soap will help separate it from the surface. And microfiber towels.
He says cleaning with microfiber towels is a must because
that's 100 times more effective at removing these particles, and that's what you want to do with mold. You're not trying to kill it, you're just trying to remove it.
Next, the refrigerator.
The water spout and the ice maker, they really never fully dry. There's always kind of like a constant drip that comes out after you fill your cup of water, and it allows that water to kind of sit there and for that moisture to suspend and give that ability for mold to grow.
To clean it,
you want to use microfiber towels and your favorite cleaning agent. Specifically, try to use something without chemicals and just remove any residue that's there and get it off of the surface.
Our final appliance, the dishwasher.
So where you're typically going to find hidden mold in your dishwasher is either going to be where the filter cartridge is. For those that don't know, there's always a filter cartridge, typically at the bottom of where the drain is. And if you unscrew that and take a look in there, sometimes that'll get pretty moldy. Vinegar is a great cleaning agent. To be honest, you can use soap and water as a cleaning agent. Really what you just want to make sure you're doing is you're applying something that's going to help separate particles from the surfaces so you can wipe it away and toss that towel when you're done.
We're keeping our kitchen mold-free thanks to these tips.
The pandemic led to a more than 30% increase in demand for guitars, pianos, even ukuleles. And if you're interested in learning to play and have a bit of cash to burn, we found a few pricey music makers that look like a whole lot of fun. Here are 3 new high-tech instruments you can buy right now. Coming in at number 1, the One Smart Keyboard Pro.
It'll teach you to play without a teacher, at your own pace, and in the convenience of your own home.
It's the latest version of their award-winning smart piano that teaches you how to play.
Pick one of thousands of songs to play by following LED lights. The lights will stop and wait for you until you play the right notes.
It looks and sounds better than their previous versions, and its app connects to a tablet to deliver hundreds of video lessons and games that help you learn.
Where you score points by playing the note just as it lights up. The piano also has built-in speakers, so you can play sounds using your favorite music apps.
You can find this one at theonemusic.com for $700, and yeah, that's pricey, but our next 2 products are far less expensive. At number 2, Orba 2.
It's a musical instrument designed for your hands.
This is the follow-up to their award-winning palm-sized instrument that basically plays any sound in the world.
And there's no right or wrong way to play it. You can tap, slide, use vibrato, wave it around in the air, shake it.
This latest version has more memory storage, a higher quality speaker, and its app lets you choose from various sounds. It even lets you record your own sound effects. This one costs $150 at artifon.com. And third on our high-tech instruments list, the Jamstick Guitar Trainer.
The ultimate guitar instruction tool, bundled with apps and software that take the guesswork out of learning to play.
Its app shows where your fingers are placed while you play to help you learn various chords.
Play along with AI-generated exercises and unlock new levels and content.
And as you learn, you earn points that unlock new tunes to rock from their ever-expanding song library.
Your profile shows you your progress, achievements, and statistics.
This one costs $200 at jamstick.com. And those were 3 high-tech instruments that look great for a jam session. Lots more to come on the list. Stay with us.
It's your life. It's your list. We're celebrating Pride Month. Go to thelisttv.com to learn more.
We are back, and even though Black Music Month's winding down, there is still time to celebrate. We are looking at some rising stars that you should know about on the Hot List.
Apple Music's worldwide editorial team has come together to create Black Music Month, The Future, a curated list of up-and-coming talent making waves in the music industry.
It's all different types of genres from Black artists who we believe are the future of Black music.
Ebro Darden is the global editorial head of hip-hop and R&B for the streaming service, and he introduces us to 4 of the highlighted stars you should know about. First up, Abel Salachwe. The South African cellist is on his way to make the sound of classical music mainstream with his debut album titled Where Is Home, which drops this September.
A lot of people think of Black music as just hip hop and R&B, so it was important for us to highlight the Black musicians starting to lead the way in new classical ideas.
Up next is Lucky Day.
He's a great songwriter, he's got style, he's got presence, and great vocal styling.
His latest album, Candy Drip, came out in March, and it follows his 2019 Grammy-nominated debut studio album, Painted.
He's from the great city of New Orleans. Obviously, that influence of where he grew up comes across on his album, Candy Drip.
Let's move on to a star representing the west coast of Africa, Amare. She released her debut album, The Angel You Don't Know, in 2020, and it was her single, Sad Girls Love Money, that picked up steam last year after a remix version of it went viral on TikTok.
It was a really big record in Los Angeles and other regions around America and the world. Amare has put out some great projects representing Ghana.
We're wrapping it up with Baby Tate.
No, but for real, I think the pettiest person I know, she go by Baby Tate.
In 2019, she also had a social media viral hit song titled I Am, next to Flo Milli. Now, the Atlanta star is showing off her latest single titled Petty.
Phenomenal MC, rapper, music maker, concepts are great. Just a great artist out of Atlanta.
Said that I was petty, I meant it.
And that's your glimpse into the future of Black music.
Next, a way to put some action in your workout. We are doing parkour coming up.
You want the most out of life, and thelisttv.com is your one place to find it all. From money-saving hacks to great family vacations to mouth-watering recipes and the latest lifestyle trends. Get what's new, what's now, and what's next. thelisttv.com.
We're back. You weave your way through an obstacle course, you take a tumble, climb a wall, then sprint across a yard. No, you're not an action hero or even a stunt person, you're working out. Jackie Denker has the basics of parkour.
People jumping from building to building, scaling walls, and falling from serious heights. Seems like something you only see in movies.
I am one of those guys. I will get on top of rooftops and jump 12 feet from roof to roof, being 7 stories up in the air.
And while we don't recommend doing this without proper training, this stuntman-like sport is called parkour. And Coach Zeke Cruz at SPF Parkour Academy in Mesa, Arizona, is breaking down the basics for us. Starting with, what exactly is parkour?
Basically what this sport is taking your body to go from point A to point B in the most efficient way possible.
Whether that's in a gym with obstacle courses or outside, jumping from building to building.
Is it like a mixture of gymnastics, American Ninja Warrior?
Parkour is what you want it to be. It is freedom. It is creativity. It is you as an individual taking whatever is in your mind and however your body can move and using it.
It's like art.
Yes.
With your body.
Yes.
I love that. I love it.
And as for the benefits,
I'd say the biggest benefit that you get from parkour is your safety, your coordination, and then your mental awareness and mental fortitude. If you can face your fears in here, it translates out there to everything.
And you'll get a full body workout.
From the little muscles in your fingers to the tiny little muscles on the side of your neck you're using, and you'll get all of them sore.
The little muscles that you never knew you had.
So many of them.
And before I got to try a timed parkour speed course, I had to learn how to properly fall.
Hands, hips, and head, stay forward. And that will keep you safe.
1, 2, 3.
That looked pretty smooth.
Jump.
Toes off the edge, swing back, boom.
Oh! Don't!
And vault.
So both hands here. Bring your outside foot up here. A little farther, all the way to the edge. There we go. Press yourself up. Remove that hand. Step through. Step vault completed.
Yay!
Then it was go time.
Your goal is to get as fast as you possibly can.
Okay.
You should be shooting for somewhere around like 35 seconds. Ready, set, go. 23.37 seconds.
Really?
Let's go. Yeah, that was awesome time.
Jumping into a new hobby with Parkour 101.
Very cool. Now, some people call that parkour. I just call it another day with the toddler in the house.
Absolutely. And I gotta say though, our little toddler, Jackie Denker, totally nailed it.
She really did.
YouTube, thanks for watching all the way to the end. You will not be quizzed on this content, but don't forget to like the video, leave us a comment down below, and hit subscribe so you never miss a list. And now, here's some more episodes you might want to study.